Welcome to Blair in Belgrade TV. My name is Blair. I'm an American from Massachusetts that has been living abroad for the last 10 years. I've called Belgrade, Serbia, my home for the last 2.5 years, and I am here to document my journey, share advice, tips, and what you need to know if you want to live, party, do business, invest, and attend really cool events in Belgrade. I have a popular TikTok channel called Blair in Belgrade, and from encouragement from my friends, my followers, my readers, and people that aren't on TikTok have told me to share my journey here on YouTube. So please subscribe and share. So I've been in Belgrade for 2.5 years, and it begins when I moved here in June 1st, 2022. I was living in Paris for about 3 months. I had a startup, and I was building my startup with Station F. And when the war broke out between Russia and Ukraine, everything just went to, it was just a really bad time. Not only just with the war breaking out, because getting a visa as a foreigner, a non-EU foreigner, and the presidential elections, it was just the perfect storm where this Paris was just not the place for me to be. I've been abroad for about 10 years, starting in 2014 when I was a grad student in Israel, and I knew that my master's was a great experience, but it was not going to give me the life that I wanted to, so I also studied at the same time to teach English, and I knew, let me go to Asia, because everyone's talking about Asia in the future, to teach English and do some creative projects on the side. And it has taken me on an adventure as far as China, to Thailand, all the way to New Zealand, and I'll talk about more of my expat journey bopping around the world. But what brought me to Serbia was the war basically in 2022 and how difficult it is as a foreigner to settle in a new country. I am single and I don't have children, so I do have the flexibility of just packing up my bags and uprooting my life. I've done that plenty of times. But I knew I did not want to go back to the States and just start all over again. So I had to get out of the EU, and I looked on a map and I was like, okay, it's either Tirana, Albania or Belgrade, Serbia. I didn't know anything about these two countries, but I lived in quite a few odd places. One example, Almaty, Kazakhstan. So I was like, let me give myself a week and see where I'll go from there. So I took a bus from Paris to Belgrade. It took a day and a half, and I arrived 6 a.m. at the bus station in Belgrade, and just enthusiastic and open-minded about what I will get from this beautiful city. And let's see if I can actually make it here. Do I want to go back to Paris? Let's see. I gave myself a week, and it took only a week for me to fall in love with the great country. The people are so friendly, and as a woman in her 30s, I'm actually 34, I knew that after 10 years abroad and bouncing around, I want to be in a place where I can call home, where I can set roots. And I do have like 7 essentials for me to call a place home. In Serbia, checked all my boxes because of its size. It's not too big, it's not too small. People are friendly, and it's easy to make friends. To start a business is actually quite straightforward and easy as a foreigner. It's an affordable city. I need a city where I can walk around, and I need to be part of some type of community because I'm alone. So it really checked off all the boxes, and I'm really, really excited. The last 2 years have been a whole entire whirlwind of great opportunities, one after the next. And for those that want to know, can Serbia be home for me? I definitely recommend the lifestyle, whether you're single, you have a family, you have children, you're divorced, you want to retire, you're an investor. Like, this city can offer you so much. And I love living in emerging markets like Serbia, or in previous places when I was in Turkey or Kazakhstan or Thailand. There's so much room for growth. People are open-minded, they're open to new ideas. And one idea that I started here was the afternoon tea experience. When I was an English teacher in Thailand, me and a friend, we organized these afternoon tea parties for women in business, entrepreneurship, especially if you're an expat. is a very different level when you are a foreigner and starting a business, because the barriers of how can I legally leave the country and how can I legally operate my business. So it became a whole thing. So every city I moved to, I always announced myself by having a lavish afternoon tea party. And I had my first really big afternoon tea party at Hotel Moskva in August 2022. And it really set a really cool example of like, who's this foreigner? She's bringing this afternoon tea experience, because here in Serbia, tea is for sick people, but many of the local women who have been abroad know what afternoon tea is like, and they loved it. So that is one way I kind of set my reputation as an afternoon tea organizer, and I was able to easily open a company here called ABC Experiences and Events, and just creating cool content about what it's like daily life here in Serbia, going to events. So, wow, this is like one of the longest videos I've made, but I will continue to make at least 3 videos a week, sharing not just long format videos, but I have a couple of foreign friends who are also entrepreneurs that I want to bring to share their journeys of living in Serbia, starting a business in Serbia, also document different parts of the city so you can see how amazing and beautiful and cool the city is, and do a sit-down talk once a week about my journey and advice how to move to Serbia. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share.